Year 11s and 12s, welcome. Welcome to the video that's going to show you how to go from marks that disappoint you to your dream ATAR without tutoring or cramming. And if you're a parent, you're not so welcome. Nah, I'm joking. You're most likely here because you know your son or daughter deserves higher grades with the effort that they're putting in, or it just breaks your heart seeing them struggle with their studies, feeling lost, and not knowing what to do. You've probably tried everything, tutoring, parent-teacher interviews, maybe even helping them yourselves, but nothing's worked. Let me be fully transparent though. Growing up, my parents spent $8,000 to $10,000 every single year on tutoring, trying everything they could to boost my marks. And honestly, I still feel guilty about it because none of it actually worked. By year 12, I hit a point where I realized if I kept doing the same thing, I'm going to get the same results. So I stopped tutoring altogether. I'm genuinely glad this video has found you. But for the next 10 minutes, I'm going to be speaking directly to the people who need to hear this, the students. So year 11s and 12s, I'm going to be showing you exactly how I went from bottom 10 student to a 97.55 ATAR, not through grinding or sacrificing my life, but by learning the skills and the systems that teachers and tutors don't teach. Look, I'm going to cut to the chase. This video is designed for you to book a call with me because I'm not going to get you to sit through a 2-hour study skill session that goes through the typical study techniques or study habits, whatever. We've all heard of those before, and honestly, if those worked, you wouldn't be here right now. You probably already had a session like that at school anyways. I know, just like me, you've gone through year 7 to 10 without knowing the study systems that work for you. I say for you because every single student can absolutely kill high school. They just need to find the right system that works for them. Some students fully thrive off tutoring, but tutoring just doesn't work for others. I'm no mind reader, but I know you're here because what you're doing right now just isn't getting the marks that you want. You've been struggling with the same things for years. So is it 1, putting in hours and hours of study, but the results just not reflecting that? Or 2, maybe you think you know the content, but when you're in the exams, you blank, you freeze, or you don't answer the question properly, so you end up not getting the marks that you should have gotten. Or 3, maybe you just dead ass feel lost. You keep being disappointed by your marks because you don't know what to do, where to start, or how to even study properly because every piece of content just seems to disappear as soon as you revise it. So I made this video specifically for you, and this may well change the rest of your high school career and set you up for the HSC. So I'm so excited to actually just record it for you. But before you sit through mindlessly and watch me yap, I just want to ask you, are you ready? Because if you are, I want you to do yourself a favor. Focus up, turn off your notifications, and sit somewhere quiet. No distractions, because in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to get the marks that you deserve, climb the ranks, which obviously means you get your dream ATAR, get into your dream uni degree, set you up for your career, and all of that. And the best part, this is all achievable without tutoring or cramming hours every day, so you can actually live a life outside of school. My name's Anthony Feng, and as I said before, I got a 97.55 ATAR, and when I was in year 12, I specifically asked my Asian parents, I know, I've got a typical Asian parents, to not put me into any crazy tutoring because I knew that never worked for me. Looking back, I was low-key a genius because that allowed me to chill with my boys more, still train to be a state athlete, and keep grinding for gold Jupiter. Now I'm finishing my degree in medical biotech, which I actually enjoy. Just finished a semester of exchange in my dream country, Singapore, and still playing basketball, and best of all, I'm still chilling with my boys every week. But anyways, I'm not here to tell you that your HSC is gonna be easy. So if you think this is a one and done solution for you to achieve your goals, let me save you some time because you might as well just click off now. What I'm about to tell you is a full, success-proven system all the way from your pre-exam studies to how you're actually writing your responses when you sit your exams. Because before my comeback in year 12, just like you right now, I was pretty much always disappointed when I got my exams back. Even though I'd put hours and hours of study, obviously I procrastinated a lot too. But the thing that burnt me out the most was literally sacrificing my free time to just read over notes, do practice questions, and reteach myself concepts. And yes, I tried tutoring too for math, physics, chem, and English, but nothing seemed to work. I fell so far behind that I didn't even know where to start. I couldn't absorb anything, I revised, and I never understood how to actually get full marks for any exam question. I was genuinely so lost I fell all the way to the bottom 10 in my prelims at the end of year 11. And how did I feel? Excuse my language, but I felt absolutely shit. I've sacrificed my social lives, sports, hobbies, just to underachieve and disappoint myself. I knew something had to change for me to come back in year 12 and actually have a chance to get my dream ATAR. And just like you, I knew I wasn't studying the right way. Actually, I wasn't even approaching anything the right way. Everything had to change. The way I used my time, the way I approached school, the way I did my notes, the way I revised, the way I read questions, the way I structured my answers, the way I viewed life. No, I'm joking. Maybe not life, but you get the point. Everything had to change. So I knew I had to find a system that worked for me. Like I said, I desperately tried to get help already. I not only did tutoring for one subject, not two, not three, but 4 subjects. And still that didn't help me. Now, I'm not saying tutoring doesn't help at all. I'm just saying you have to first understand how to actually absorb info and apply it properly. Otherwise, no matter how much content you consume, or how many hours you study, or how many pages of notes you make, you'll still end up disappointed. And you know that. So over the course of year 12, I discovered, used, and perfected systems that allowed me to study less, but achieve more. Make less notes, but rank higher. And know exactly what I needed to do so I could excel academically, but still have a life outside of school. And I'm not kidding you. Year 12 was one of my favorite years of high school. Not because it was the last year, but because I finally had a structured system that worked. I finally started achieving, and not only that, I started excelling. I literally went from bottom 10 in year 11 to getting a band 6 in physics, economics, chemistry, maths extension 1, and maths advanced. And I'm not showing you this to brag, I'm showing you this because if I could do it, genuinely, you can do it too. And if you think it's too late, it's not. If me starting in year 12 isn't enough evidence for you, look at Ryan. I started mentoring him at the beginning of trials, and he said that it's the best decision he's ever made. And don't just take it from him. Even his mum personally messaged me saying that this was one of the best things they've ever done for his exam prep. I could run you through every testimonial and review I've ever gotten, but that has nothing to do with you and how you're going to turn your academic life around. Plus, you can see it all on my website anyways. But even if that's not enough, I've got referrals coming left and right. Just take Cassandra, for example. She's referred 2 of her friends just after 2 weeks of me helping her son. So again, if you're on the brink of giving up and you think it might be too late, I want you to thank yourself for coming across this video. One of my students, Jack, came to me 2 weeks before his final HSC exam block, lost, confused, and lacked confidence. All he knew was that he wanted to get into an engineering course in uni, but now look, he's able to go into his HSC with more confidence, able to answer every question and turn his doubt into hope. Even his mum emailed me about this as well. Every single student that I've mentored has told their parents about their experience. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm sure how reluctant some of you are about telling your parents things. So just imagine the transformation they've had. So now, once you've joined this mentorship, we'll build the exact one-to-one study system that will work for you. How you plan, revise, attack exams, and actually how to retain information, all customized for you. You'll know exactly what to study, how to study, and when to study, which will result in you not only achieving better grades and climbing ranks, but also allow you to bring back life outside of school. Because now you no longer have to keep feeling behind, lost, or disappointed. So no more hours and hours of directionless study, no more feeling hopeless when doing practice questions, and no more feeling unmotivated when nothing seems to stick. Instead, once you enter this mentorship, you'll unlock the mindset of 95 plus ATAR students, understand and apply study systems, study structures, and study techniques that work, and approach exams the right way, where you know how to predict the exact response that markers want to see. And the best part, you set your own expectations, you set your own lifestyle, and you set your own goals, because everyone has their own commitments, and I know that. A student of mine, Fletcher, is playing first grade cricket and footy for his school while juggling year 12. He's got training every single morning in Arvo, and that's why I'm never going to tell you, you have to study for 3 hours, you have to do this, you have to do that. But what I am going to do is personally guide you through the strategies, structure, and systems that will allow you to use your time most efficiently, study the most effectively, maximize your marks, and keep you accountable to that. That's why I take my time to hop on a one-on-one strategy call with every student who's motivated. I want to personally understand your situation, your struggles, and what you actually want to achieve, so we can build a proper plan that works for you, instead of giving you some bullshit one-for-all solution and a few random study tips. Now, by the way, if you think I'm going to spoon feed you the solution, I'm not. That's just not the way I do things, and frankly, you won't see any lasting improvement. And as I said before, every single student operates differently, and it's my job to help you develop the skills to succeed, not just in the HSC, but in life. I want you to achieve your dream ATAR, but I want you to also excel in your dream uni course, build skills that stack your resume, land internships, secure roles, and ultimately set you up for your career. So why now? Why not later? Well, that's for you to decide. You're watching this video, aren't you? If you already spent these last few years struggling, and you know exactly what you want the rest of your high school life to look like, why wait till it's too late? Like, I'm not someone who pressures anyone to do anything, but the truth is, if you don't change the way you're doing things, your life just won't change. As a matter of fact, nothing changes. Your marks, your stress, your effort, your disappointment. And to be honest, that's why I've made this strategy call for free. I want to help every single student who decides to take the next step. So lock in your call below now. And a quick note, I do need your parents on the call. I know it can be annoying, but it is for legal reasons. And more importantly, I want them to be on the same page as us and know exactly how you'll be making them proud. This is just how I've always done things, and it's the same reason why parents keep emailing me about how happy they are about their kids' progress and how proud they are of them with their results, because they know for the first time their child finally took initiative and did it themselves. And if you made it this far, that already tells me you care. So don't overthink it. Scroll down, book the call now, and let's start building a system so you can finally get the marks you deserve. Don't keep procrastinating on it like you've done before, and I look forward to chatting to you and your parents real soon.